everyone, welcome back to the channel, or welcome in if you're new. I'm racheysims, and in today's video, I'm showing you how to start an orphanage in your Sims 4 city. I'll be covering how to set it up with mods, how to do it without mods, and a few ideas for making it all work smoothly in your save. So whether you want more realism, more storytelling, or just a new gameplay feature for your world, this tutorial will help you get started. Let's jump right in. So if we look at my rotational gameplay guide, aka the Build a City Challenge rules, then you will see for Orphanage, all I previously had in the challenge was a town hall is required and a playable sim wants to give up a baby child for adoption. The orphanage must be run by a playable sim who will work as the town social worker. The social worker's home lot is the orphanage. All right. So the first thing we need is a couple to have our first baby that we want to give up for adoption. So we're here in the Tanaka household with Kenzo. And then over here is his girlfriend. Her name is Andrea. And she is a townie. But they got up to something when I was playing with another family. And if we look at the Somology panel and go to family tree, you will see that they have a baby together. They have little Madison together. And then also, if you look over here at Somology panel as well, you will see that he does not want to have a child right now. So this is a perfect couple to start off with to give a baby up for adoption. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to ask Andrea to move in with us so we can give the baby up for adoption. So I'm just gonna click on her and go to relationship and go to change relationship and then ask to join household. All right, so they are moving in together. So you'll get this pop up, the split from household and move pop up, and then we're gonna move both of them over. All right, so they are now all a part of our family. And if you want to play this even more realistically, you might want to see y'all trying to hook up. My Sims can never not keep it in their pants, y'all. All right, and that's why they have a baby. Birds and bees, y'all. Learning birds and the bees for me. Okay. All right. So if we click on Andrea and go to her Somology panel, let's see what she wants. She does not want to have a child right now either. So they are definitely the perfect couple to give the baby up for adoption. All right. And they got the wholesome romance dynamic. I'm ignoring that for now. Y'all keep it in your pants. All right. So, I'm gonna cancel out of that woohoo. We don't have time for that. So I am gonna have Kenzo pick up the baby and just get her off this cold freaking cement. She's literally laying on the ground by herself, y'all. Like, we definitely need to find better parents for this baby. So let me have him pick her up. We have no baby stuff in here. We're not keeping her, so we'll pick her up and we will put her on the carpet here. All right, Kenzo finally put the baby down. All right, but we need to talk to Andrea about adoption. So I'm gonna click on her and go to relationships, family, and pregnancy. And I'm showing you how to do this with mods right now. And then I'm gonna go to adoption and discuss putting child up for adoption. All right. So then you will get this pop up over here. And it says Kenzo asks Andrea whether she would agree to letting go of their child. So Andrea understands it's a yes. It's the first option. The next option is Andrea can't accept such a thing. And the last option is let fate decide and it'll be random. So since Andrea doesn't want a child either, I'm gonna pick yes. But if you want to add some more drama gameplay, you want to make it more suspenseful about the adoption, you can pick one of the other two choices. But I'm gonna go ahead and pick this one. All right, and then you'll get a pop-up saying, all right, let's look into it. So I don't know what they can do to look into it. They could probably do something, but all you need to do next is you go over to your child and they have to at least be an infant. If they are a newborn, you need to age them up first before you do this, but you just click on the baby and go back to that relationship, family, and pregnancy. And then you do adoption. And then you have two options. You have call adoption agency to look for a host family, or you have give Madison for adoption to a family or friend. Now, this is the option I want to choose because I want to pick a specific sim for this. And I want my social worker who's going to be running the orphanage to do that. So, the social worker, I'm going to have play dual roles in my side world that I'm playing in today. And she is a member of our founders club, so I can find her here. But she's also the town pastor. Her name is Georgia. So their friendship level right now, it's only at 8. So they need to be friends to do this. So I'm gonna cheat it up to 60 so that they will be friends. So I'm gonna click on the baby again and go back to relationship, family, and pregnancy and do adoption. And we want to uh, give her up to a family member or a friend. So I'm going to click on that. And then you'll see all of our friends and family members. We don't have any family, we just have friends. But I'm going to give her up for adoption to Georgia. So then Kenzo will be calling Georgia to adopt a baby or the adoption agency. I'm not sure. And then the baby will just disappear. And you'll get a pop up like this saying Kenzo's child was adopted by the family chosen for him. And then the family that you picked, they will say, we'll raise this child as our own. Don't worry. So yeah, so you'll get those options. All right. So now the baby has joined that household. So before I show you guys the orphanage household, I do want to show you how to give a baby up for adoption without mods. So you're just going to go over here to the manage households and then you'll see all the households you have playable and not playable. So I am just going to pick a townie household that's going to give a baby up for adoption. All right, so I'm gonna pick this household right here. This is just one of my townie households, and they are gonna give up the child for adoption. So you just click on there and you transfer Sims between households. And then you're just gonna pick whatever city your orphanage is in. Mine's in Willow Creek. And then I'm gonna find that household. So here they are right here. I'm gonna click there, and then I'm just gonna move him over to this household. And another thing I'm going to do, I'm going to transfer some funds over. So I have updated the rules, so I'm going to show you guys that next. But every time a new sim joins an orphanage, the orphanage earns 1,000 simoleons. So I'm going to add that here. And then I'm going to transfer that here. So now that child has joined the orphanage as well. So that is how you would do it without mods. You would just use the manage households to do it. All right, so here we are at the orphanage lot. So Georgia is outside the house and it is just a simple basic house, y'all. This is what it looks like. It's very small. It's on a 20 by 15 lot, so it's super small, but that's how we're starting. So I'll show you guys the updated rules in a second. But we want to kind of make it so that she can take care of him. So what you're gonna do is there's a couple things that you can do. You can click on him and go to relationship and change relationship to adopt as care dependent. And then I think when they are friends, let me go ahead and make them friends. I'm gonna cheat to do that. You can click here, go to relationship, change relationship, and you can actually adopt Milton. Now, I believe this is an update with the Royal and Legacy pack, so you would need that to do it. But if you don't have that pack, then you can just adopt as a care dependent. Um, Otherwise, or you can actually adopt them and add them to your family tree. So let me see. If I look at Milton's family tree currently, so this is his mom, and then this is his sister. But I can go ahead and adopt him. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do it with the new pack. And this video just came out in perfect time with the new pack. I'm able to do that now instead of just adopting as a care dependent. So you click on him and go to relationship, change relationship, and I'm gonna go ahead and adopt Milton.
Herabe, Lafara Deves, Arsabar, Finjum.
And then you'll get this pop up over here saying that adoption was successful. Your family and heart just got bigger. What a wonderful feeling. Learn more about adoption in the lesson below. You can click on the lesson too and learn more, guys, if you don't know anything about adoption. But with this latest pack, um, it lets you adopt Sims. So you could do this as well. And then so now if we look at her Simology panel and go to her family tree, um, so Milton's, and if we just go to Milton's, you'll see that both of these people are his parents. All right. He's getting a call probably because he's late to school. All right. So we got a new family dynamic supportive. So yeah, we'll say that they're supportive.
Wombo, Yanuvo.
All right. So that's kind of cool. Okay. So now he's adopted, but if we want to use mods, we can go back to using mods to get him adopted. So if we still click on him, go to relationships, family, and pregnancy adoption, with that mod, we can still get him adopted to somebody else. So that's what we're gonna do. That's what I'm gonna work on. But let me go over the updated rules first. But I kind of wanted to show you how to do it. If you have the royalty and legacy pack, then you can just adopt them to the family that way. And if you don't have that pack, then you can just do adopt care dependent. And it actually might make more sense for the person that runs the orphanage to adopt them as a care dependent versus that. But I did want to show you guys that new feature that came with that pack. We did earn the $1,000 for adopting him, but we didn't earn the 1,000 simoleons from adopting Madison. So let me do that. I'm just gonna use cheats to do that. So I have UI cheats, so I'm just gonna use that because it's easy and change my household funds to 2,211 simoleons. So we got $1,000 added that way. All right, so here are the updated rules. I added this section in. So once one of your town's playable Sims is ready to give up a child for adoption, your town has unlocked the orphanage. You must move in a playable Sim or appoint a playable Sim as the town's social worker. They are employed by the city and can never have an in-game career. The only career allowed for the social worker is the small business pastor career. They cannot have another small business. The social worker's Sims home lot is now the orphanage. You can eventually transform the house or move to a more realistic looking orphanage. But to start out, it will just be a normal home. Your social worker sim will earn a living from taking care of the orphan sims. You will get 1,000 simoleons for every new sim you place for care in your orphanage. Then your social worker will earn $500 a week, 250 a rotation for every child in the orphanage at the start of the week or rotation. The social worker is also tax exempt, including property, and does not pay taxes. The orphanage must always have at least one orphan in its care. Your job as a social worker is to raise the children like they're your own. That means teaching them skills and helping them with their needs. You will then need to find a home for them. If they are a toddler, child, or teen, then an orphan must befriend the prospective parent and then move in with them. If they are an infant age, the social worker must befriend the prospective parent and then move the infant in with them. Once they move in, they can legally be adopted. When your social worker finds a home for the orphan, the social worker will earn a $10,000 bonus. The social worker can only place a child with a new family once a rotation or twice a sim week. If an orphan sim turns into a young adult without being adopted, they will age out of the system and must move out. You will give them $10,000 to start their new life, and can play them or turn them into a townie. It's up to you. If you like your social worker to get a new career, you can do that at any time. You will just have to appoint a new playable sim as the town social worker. You will need to move the old social worker out and make sure you add the orphanage lot value to the household funds of the old social worker. When you move your new social worker sim into the orphanage, they will only start with weekly orphanage earnings. So if there were 4 orphans in the orphanage when they moved in, the household funds need to be set to 2,000 simoleons if playing weekly or 1,000 if playing 2 times a week. And some suggested mods are RPO Module 9, which is the adoption module, and then foster family. So I will show you guys that more. And I decided to add another child to our orphanage. So we have an extra 1,000 simoleons already added, and I just did the same way as I did before. But I want to show you how you do that if you didn't adopt them personally. So you just click on her, go to relationship, change relationship to adopt as care dependent. So you would just do that. And then you would be able to take care of her as a care dependent. So that is what you would do. So if you go here, you will see that she is not a child of Georgia's. All right, so now we got to get these kids adopted. So what we need to do is we need to have them befriend some other people so they can go live with them and be adopted. So we definitely need to have some friends of hers come over. Let's have Sadie. Let's invite her over. Okay, so basically Georgia's job is to take care of them as well, but also to get them adopted. So she needs to network as the town's social worker with other Sims and try to get them to adopt her. So she will be constantly inviting people over to try to get them to be friends with them so they can get adopted. So yeah, so I'm gonna have let's have Milton try to get adopted.
Orphanage Baba.
All right.
Oh.
So let's have both of them talk to her.
Nay. Ah, Dagdas. Yeah.
So.
All right, Milton, you're sucking at trying to get adopted. So this is gonna take some work, y'all, for them to try to become friendly. Let's like get to know each other. Let's talk to her some.
Perfect zoo.
Between
Ah. Larva Fajay. Charkelmazu?
All right, is the baby like going to bed or is she just? Yeah, she's trying to go night night. Okay. I probably should have had her like put her in her crib. Let's do that. Let's put Madison to bed. So she's not crying in front of everybody.
Zibawis Varpasa. Fosha Brehe. Yorid Shalbo.
Yeah, so we want him to get adopted by her even though she's pissed off. Let's just talk about different things and try to get our friendship up some. And he's just gonna ask about parents, saying, "Oh, I wish I had parents." really laying it on. And this girl's like really talking to her or not. She's trying to steal the adoption. Maybe I should send her to school so she's out of the way. Here, let me have her go to school. She's in the way of this adoption. All right. Sure. Okay. So I'm gonna have. I think they can do some games. I think that'll help them maybe. Play some rock, paper, scissors. These games are so fun. Now they have like actual games that they can just kind of play that you don't need anything for.
Shoot him!
Okay, so she won. All right, so we're gonna talk about cool temperature. Talk about toys. Let's talk about interests. Discuss video games. Talk about art. So he's about candy. All right, what's their friendship level at? 29, not bad. Let's play hide and seek. That's another game that we can play. Okay, so they're gonna play hide and seek. Where's she gonna go hide it? Under the bed. Super obvious. All right, let's have him. We'll have him look. I guess you can't look there, right? Yeah, we'll have him go here. They don't need to be playing hide and seek forever. Okay, so, and then let us look for hiding sim there. Okay, and he found her. Oh, look at them hugging. They have to be friends by now. Yeah, they're friends now. Oh, so cute. All right, so basically now that they're friends, they can get adopted according to my rules anyway. So I am going to use the mod for this one. So I'm gonna click on him, relationships, family, and pregnancy, adoption, and we're gonna give Milton for adoption to a family or friend, and we're gonna give it to Sadie. Now, in order to do this to, just like we did before, then she has to be friends as well with them. But you can always cheat that. But for my rules, or you can make it a rule too that they both have to be friends with each other. Both the social worker and then the orphan. So we are gonna give him to Sadie for adoption. So even though we legally like adopted him in the game, we can still give him up for adoption with that mod. And you'll get those same pop-ups like you did earlier, saying we'll raise this child as our own, don't worry. And that the child was adopted. And then the child will no longer be part of your family. But now she's sad. Oh, poor thing. All right, girl, you got to get it together. We don't got time for that. And yeah, so another way you can add a child to your household is through regular adoption on the computer, and this is just in game. And you'll get a randomly generated child. But you know how these randomly generated children are, you kind of never know how they're gonna look. So you just click on the computer, go to household, and go to adopt. So you can adopt animals, of course, but then you can also adopt a sim. So if you click on here, all right, and then you'll get this pop up. You will have to pay an agency fee of 1,000 simoleons. And I don't know why this baby is black. It must be CC, y'all. We'll adopt Patrick. All right, and then you'll get a pop up over here that you brought home a new family member. So the adoption is complete and you can change the baby's first name or last name. I'm gonna change the baby's last name. Yeah, that's fine. PP. No, that's all right. Patrick Knudsen. Okay. That's his name. He is wearing his outfit, I guess, isn't that bad. What pants are those? Or is that boots? I think it's the boots. All right. Yeah, let me go in the cast and just make him not look crazy real quick, y'all. All right, I just changed his outfit a little, but y'all, let me zoom in on him. Why does he have zits and I can't get rid of them? So this is the dangers of randomly generated townies, because I'm like, it has to be a skin detail or something. Maybe it's a tattoo or something. I don't think kids can have tattoos in the game. I don't know, but I don't know why he has a zit. So So he is a part of her Somology panel now. So if we go here, you'll see that she has 2 adopted kids. So the other kid that we gave up for adoption is not a part of her family tree anymore, and that he is added as well. Okay. So let's focus next, I think, on getting her adopted. Let's invite Gordon over. He looks like he is responsible. So we'll invite him over to our current lot. And then maybe he can be adopted or she can be adopted. And y'all, I forgot. I adopted someone too. I forgot to give myself the 10,000 simoleons. So let me do that. And also the 2,000 simoleons back from adopting him. So let me do that. So I'm going to add 12,000 simoleons. Okay, so make sure you do that. And don't forget after you get the child adopted by someone.
So...
Dag dag.
All right, so I'm going to cheat their friendship level up just because I don't want to be here all day. But you saw how easy it was to become friends with them. So now they are friends. So now he can adopt her. So we can ask to be adopted, which is a part of that mod, or we can ask to join household. So ask to be adopted, I think, is what we're gonna do, and that's a part of the royalty and legacy pack. So I'm gonna click here, but if you guys don't have that pack, then you could just do ask to join household. So I'm gonna ask to be adopted. And see what he says. All right, and looks like they are getting adopted by him. Oh, how cute. Okay. Yeah, so and then they would move in. So then she would just move into his household because now she's officially adopted by him. All right, so if you do that and the person is a townie, it's gonna go to the screen. I'm just gonna exit off of here, cancel the move. Yeah, and then if we hover over here to her house, you'll see she's not a part of her household. If we go back to manage households, and when you do the stuff too, it will move the townies in to your my household. So you wanna just click here to move them back to other households. So now she's adopted and she's moved in with another family. So we can add another 10,000 simoleons to our household funds. So I did set this so high just so that you can get a really nice orphanage built up. In my rules, I do have it that you can only do this once per rotation or twice a week. So you're not getting a crazy amount of money, but you will earn a lot of money so you can build up your orphanage instead of just having everybody in a really small house. You can get it really built up. It's really not that hard to do, guys. But I do want to show you another thing as well, another mod I have. So I'm gonna click on here and I have this mod. It's called Foster Family. If you want a little more challenge to your gameplay, this is a fun way to do it with Foster Family. So you click here and you click here to join the LMS Foster Family Network. So I'm gonna click on that. All right, so then you'll get a pop-up like this about the LMS Foster Family Network, Little Miss Sam. So you're gonna register to be a foster family. So then if I click here again, there you won't be able to adopt any children until like the morning time, I think. So we're gonna skip ahead till the morning. All right, guys, so it is the next morning, and I believe the foster family app should be working now. So let me quit doing that. And then I'm going to click on phone and go to foster family and LMS foster network. All right, so we have this option available to us now. Check the foster family network for foster kids. I'm going to click on that. All right, so you'll get this pop-up saying, we have a child in need of a foster family. Are you available to take care of the kid? And I'm going to say, yes, I'm coming over right away. All right, so then you'll go to the rabbit hole, and I'm just gonna send the baby to daycare. So this is another randomly generated child um, that we need to give a makeover to because so let me give it a quick makeover real quick. All right, guys. So I just had to use the randomized part to give him a makeover because when I went and cast, as you can see, he is not a part of our household, and then he was in a household by himself, so I couldn't do that. I couldn't just change his outfit there, so I just had to use randomized parts. So if you don't know what that is, you go in MC Command Center, you go to dresser, and then you randomize part, and then you can randomize their bottom, their shoes. So this is really helpful sometimes for if you get crazy looking townies and you don't want to go in casts, you could do that. But all right, but I got him together. He looks a little better now, at least he matches. Okay. So as you can see, like I just said, he is not part of the household. So this is a way if you want to add a little more gameplay to your orphanage, you can adopt these foster kids. So I would treat them like any other adopted kids that you have staying with you, that you would add $1,000 to your household every time they're here. So I'm gonna add 23, 417 in. But yeah, I would just treat it like that where you add $1,000 in. Um, and you have no idea what their needs are. It's a little harder. So in order to see what they need, first of all, let me welcome him to the family. So you're gonna do that interaction first, because otherwise I don't think they're part of your relationship panel. So now they are, and then you can kind of see what they need. If you click on them and go to foster family, you have some options. So you can make them go to school. So you can make them go to sleep. You can make them use the toilet. You can make them take a shower. You can check their needs. So let me check their needs. And then you'll get this pop up and it'll show you where they are with all their needs. So it looks like they're all good with all of their needs. That's good. So I'm just gonna send him to school because it's 9:30. It's like almost 10 o'clock. So you need to go to school. So let me have him go to school now. So this just adds like a little extra dimension if you want some more randomized sims in your game. This is kind of another way to get them besides using the computer to adopt them. If you want to fill up your orphanage a little more, this is kind of a way that you can do it. And it's a little harder just because you can't control them. Um, Now um, let's say he wasn't a fit for the family and we wanted to adopt, um send him back, right? If this kid was too bad or we wanted to say he was adopted, there's a couple things that we can do. So we can adopt him as a foster kid, and that works like anything else, where it would add him as one of our children, just like we've done with the other kids. Or we could actually give him back to the foster agency as well. So I'm just gonna do that real quick. All right. So if you want to cancel this foster agreement, you would just go to the phone and do that. So you would click here and go to foster family, and you can actually cancel the foster agreement, and then the kid will disappear. So I'm gonna do that real quick. And then the child would leave once you do this. So you'll get this pop-up saying, "We're sorry to hear that you want to cancel the foster agreement for cash. We cancel the agreement successfully." And then adoption, like I said, works um, works the same as what we've done with everything else, but I'll show you guys that too. So I'm gonna speed up again till the next day, so we could see that. All right, so it's the next morning, and I'm gonna foster another child using the foster family mod. So I'm gonna click here. So there is something else you can do as well. Foster family settings. If you go here, if you want to change what ages you want to adopt, and you can actually get messages automatically to adopt these ages. So let's say you want older kids, you want teen and child Sims because they're a little bit easier to manage. You could get messages spontaneously from this app to adopt them. So I'm gonna enable that one. I just want to show you if you want to use this mod to start an animal shelter for animals, you can also use it for that too as well. I'm not sure what kind of randomly generated cats and dogs you're gonna get though. But you can also use it for that as well. But I'm gonna just enable that we want child and teens. But yeah, so if we go back here and go to the network, let's see what kind of child that we can foster today. And then I also want to show you down here too, if you want to adopt from here too and not pay that $1,000 fee, you can do that as well. But we're gonna just look for foster kids. We're gonna click here, check for foster kids. And we get that same pop-up, and I'm gonna say, yes, I'm coming over right away. All right. So here's another randomly generated teen. I mean, the outfit's not that bad. The hair kind of does not go with this at all. I think since she's a teen, she could be in a household by herself. So let me give her a little makeover. All right, so I gave her a little makeover, tried to make her look like a teen. I think this is how teens dress, y'all. I don't know. All right. um, so now she is another foster kid, and just like we did with the other kid, we click on her and go to foster family. You have all these different options. You can check their needs. Everything is good when they get here. I think they're all good. All right. So let's say we wanted to adopt her into the family. And maybe we want to adopt her and keep her there at the orphanage, or we want to get her added to another household. We really liked her. You could just adopt the foster kid. You just click that. And then it says, "Do you want to adopt Margarita?" Yes, I do. Also, I love that name.
So.
Sploo.
All right, so now she is adopted, so we could give her our same last name or change it up. We'll change it up. But yeah, and now the adoption is complete. It's very easy to do from there. And then let's say we wanted to have her be adopted into another family. She doesn't know anybody. We can do the same thing we did earlier. We can get her adopted into another family or keep her at the orphanage. And we could maybe just let's age her up, right? I haven't showed you guys that. So let me do that. So in my rules, I do have that if the child ages up to a young adult while they're there, they have to move out of the orphanage, but they will get $10,000. So let me cheat her age and age her up. So I'm gonna cheat her to a young adult. All right, and then she graduated.
Ooh, Zig Gibbs.
All right, so now she is a young
Boy.
adult. So I am actually going to have her move out. She's very angry. Nobody gave her a birthday party, I guess. I don't know. Oh no, because she's playful. All right, so it's time for you to go out and start a life on your own. So I'm gonna have her move out. So if you go to phone and then you go to travel, you can split from household and move. All right, so she is gonna have a new household, and I'm gonna give her 10,000 simoleons to start her life with. All right. So yeah. So then she can be able to move out and start her own life. So then it takes you to our world screen, and she has 10,000 simoleons to move out with, and you can move her into a house or apartment or something if you wanted to, and add her to your neighborhood and play with her. or you could just make her a townie. I'm just gonna make her a townie, so I'm just gonna exit out here. All right, guys. So I have showed you how to run an orphanage, how to start it, how to run it day to day. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I've showed you how to do it with and without mods. Honestly, you really don't need mods now. If you have the Royalty Legacy pack, it makes it much more easier to adopt Sims. You could just bring them in as a care dependent, and then once they find their forever family, you can have them adopt them. It's way easier that way, I think. So I think that's how I'm gonna play it from now on. But the pack just came out and I haven't really had that much time to play with it. But I think it's great for running an orphanage. So it's great if you have that pack. It definitely makes running an orphanage easier. If you don't, I do think you'll have a little more fun running an orphanage with the RPO mod. It just makes it a little bit more easier. And even if you can't play with mods, if you're on console, you can still do it without those mods. I've showed you kind of how I do it, so without mods. So thank you guys so much for joining me today. If you like this episode, don't forget to hit that like button. And there's a new thing called hype on YouTube. That's also great too. If you really love the video, that's a great way to show me that as well. So thank you guys so much for watching today's episode. Let me know what you think in the comments. If you've already been playing with Orphanage, if you have any tips and tricks, let us know in the comments as well, guys. Thank you guys so much. Until next time, bye.